Ladies and gentlemen, imagine a time when street food didn't come from apps, but from a rumbling, chrome-trimmed machine that smelled like butter, sugar, and pure happiness. Today, we're diving into the 1929 Ford Model Cretors popcorn truck, a rolling carnival, a marketing genius, and possibly the only vehicle that could make grown adults follow it like kids chasing an ice cream van. Before we fire up the kernels of history, hit that subscribe button like you just heard popcorn popping from across the street. Trust me, the stories coming up are crisp, hot, and slightly ridiculous, just like this truck. The story begins in the United States during the late 1920s, a period of optimism right before the Great Depression decided to ruin everyone's weekend plans permanently. In November 1927, Ford introduced the Model A, replacing the legendary Model T. Alongside it came the Model AA truck, the hard-working sibling built for hauling, delivering, and occasionally becoming something far more interesting than a pile of bricks. Enter Cretors, the Chicago-based company famous for revolutionizing popcorn machines. Instead of waiting for customers to come to theaters, they had a wild idea: bring popcorn directly to the people. And not just in a cart, in a full-blown motorized spectacle. The result was the Cretors popcorn truck. Built on the sturdy Ford Model AA chassis, only 3 of these trucks were built around 1928, making them rarer than a politician admitting a mistake. Today, just 2 are known to survive, and one of them is the very example we're talking about. According to historian Bob Pearson, this particular truck likely sat unsold until around 1930-31, thanks to the economic downturn that made buying popcorn trucks slightly less urgent than, say, surviving. It was first officially licensed in Pennsylvania in 1954 and spent decades quietly existing in the western part of the state. Then came Jack P. Cook, Jr., a snack food businessman who saw not just a vehicle, but a rolling advertisement. He planned to use it for promotion, which is genius, because nothing sells snacks like a truck that looks like it's already halfway through a parade. At some point, Timmy saw a picture of this truck and decided he could build his own version using a shopping cart and a toaster oven. It did not go well. Meanwhile, Bob insisted the popcorn machine was actually a mind control device, which is ironic considering he once bought 3 bags of popcorn in 5 minutes. Underneath all that buttery charm lies the dependable Ford Model AA platform. Powered by a 201 cubic inch, 3-liter inline-4 engine, it produced around 40 horsepower. Not exactly a race car, but more than enough to haul a mobile snack empire. The engine sat up front, sending power to the rear wheels through a manual transmission, typically a 4-speed gearbox designed for durability rather than speed. The chassis was built tough, with heavy-duty leaf spring suspension both front and rear, allowing it to carry the additional weight of the popcorn equipment and the elaborate bodywork. Braking came courtesy of mechanical drum brakes on all 4 wheels, which required a firm foot and a bit of planning, especially if you were rolling downhill with a full load of kernels and ambition. Dimensionally, the Model AA truck stretched roughly 175 inches, about 5 meters in length, with a width of around 67 inches, 2 meters. Its stance was tall and purposeful, sitting on steel wheels wrapped in period-correct tires that looked like they could survive a small apocalypse. Weight varied depending on the conversion, but with all the equipment installed, it comfortably tipped the scales over 3,000 pounds, around 1,360 kilograms. During its meticulous 10-year nut-and-bolt restoration by Penn Dutch Restoration Services, everything was brought back to original condition. New popcorn poppers were installed, reproduction beveled glass added, and period-correct equipment sourced to ensure authenticity. The restoration reportedly cost between $175,000 and $200,000, which is more than Timmy has spent on all his failed projects combined. And that's saying something. What we're looking at here isn't just a truck. It's a full-blown marketing machine from a time when subtlety didn't exist. The 1929 Ford Model A Cretors popcorn truck was designed to attract attention from 3 blocks away and emotionally manipulate you with the smell of popcorn. And honestly, it worked. Everything is built around visibility. Customers didn't just buy popcorn, they watched it being made. It was entertainment, advertising and product all in one. Today we call that experiential marketing. Back then they called it, "Hey kid, bring your parents and their wallets." Bob, of course, once claimed the glass panels were installed so government agents could monitor popcorn consumption. Meanwhile, Timmy tried to recreate the setup in his garage using a microwave and a fan. Let's just say the fire department now knows him by name. In the late 1920s and early 1930s, commercial vehicles were everywhere. Delivery trucks, service vans, mobile workshops, but very few had personality. Most were built to disappear into the background of daily life, quietly doing their job without attracting attention. The Cretors popcorn truck did the exact opposite. It wasn't just transport, it was a spectacle. If other trucks were office workers, this one was the guy in a bright suit shouting, "Free samples! Cretors stouty days up." Because only 3 were built, it never truly competed in a traditional market sense. It was more of a proof of concept, a rolling demonstration of how branding and mobility could combine. From a collector's perspective, it sits in a league of its own. It's not just a vehicle, it's a conversation piece, a historical artifact, and a business idea on wheels. Even toxic neighbors who complain about everything would be like, "Okay, this is actually cool." The 1929 Ford Model Cretors popcorn truck is one of those rare machines that perfectly captures the spirit of its time. Innovation, optimism, and just a little bit of madness. It represents a moment when businesses were willing to experiment, to entertain, and to literally drive their ideas straight into the public eye. And now, the moment everyone's been waiting for. This beautifully restored example was sold for $104,500, considering the restoration alone reportedly cost up to $200,000, that's either a bargain or proof that passion doesn't always follow logic, something Timmy has been demonstrating his entire life. Massive thanks to all the channel sponsors. You guys keep this madness rolling smoother than a freshly buttered kernel. Without you, I'd probably be out there trying to sell popcorn from a bicycle. And to everyone watching, if you ever feel like your idea is too weird, remember, someone built a popcorn truck in 1929 and made history.